Welcome to Wine Time's recipe section. Today we are back in Cooks Academy, this fantastic cookery school, Dublin's premier cookery school, with an incredible array of courses on offer. Huge array of this, through the medium of video, is the best way to show you how to prepare food. So this is the courses, but Vanessa,
well, we've so many, but what we're doing today is a lovely recipe from one of our very popular pastries and desserts from classes, and it's a smoked salmon and asparagus tartlet. So basically we're going to make a quiche, but a small version of it. The ingredients we need for that will be the custard base, which is going to be cream, egg, a little bit of lemon juice to go with the smoked salmon. We have some filling is smoked salmon, asparagus, just seasoning with the custard, and it's going to make a lovely little tartlet. For a lovely dinner party would be perfect.
Okay, Vanessa, what do we do first? What's the starting point?
First of all, we're going to roll out our pastry to make our quiche. So you can make your own pastry if you like, making shortcrust pastry, or else buy it is fine. And what you need is a nice cool surface if you have it, or a cool kitchen. So I'll just roll that out first of all.
Okay. So this type of dish would be absolutely fantastic with many, many delicate white wines. Something like a Pinot Grigio, something like a Sauvignon Blanc from Chile, or even something like a Chenin Blanc from the Loire, because all of those great acidity wines will work fantastically well with the oiliness of the salmon. But absolutely perfect for summer drinking, but also for that very smart dinner party where you want a really nice individual starter, as opposed to people taking slices out of quiches. I think this is much more personalised.
Yeah, it looks nice on the plate. I think at a dinner party you really want to present something really nice to your guests, and it looks visually very nice and appetising.
Absolutely. The one thing, we're lucky that asparagus are in season at the moment. But what would the other options be? Obviously, you wouldn't want to use asparagus as being imported from somewhere. Yeah,
well, salmon is so easy to get all year round, in fact. So things like broccoli, leeks go really well with salmon. So it's something for all year round. You could make this recipe and just adapt the filling. And, you know, the custard is going to be the same as well.
Fantastic. And tartlets, quiches, you know, can every tartlet, can every quiche become a tartlet, vice versa? Can you make them into individuals, or is there a...
Absolutely, really. It's basically a quiche, so you can use a large quiche recipe, or an 8-inch, which is just a standard dinner plate size, and then just adapt the recipe with little tartlet tins like this. So I'll show you how we do that.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is bake the pastry blind, and I'm going to use just a circular cutter here.
When you say bake the pastry blind, what does that mean?
It means that we're adding a liquid filling to our pastry, so we don't want it to go soggy. So we're going to actually bake it off. So it's kind of like a biscuit base.
Okay.
And that means that it won't stick. There's the last tartlet. Now, I didn't even grease the tins because there's actually quite a lot of butter in the pastry. So they slip out quite easily.
There's no need to grease them.
And then I pop in the beans into each pastry case very neatly. That's just parchment paper and beans.
Beans as in?
Well, ceramic baking beans traditionally, but they're quite expensive. So what we do in the cookery school, because so many people are using them, we mix in lentils and red kidney beans. It doesn't really matter. It's just really weighing down the pastry so that...
For shape and weight?
Yeah, for weight, so that it doesn't fluff up in the oven.
I've never seen that before.
So what I'm going to do now is just bake off the pastry for about 15 minutes until it's got a kind of a nice golden colour when we lift off the paper to see.
Excellent. Okay. They're golden brown. Excellent. So the next stage.
The next stage is to make your custard to fill the quiche with. So what I have is cream here. I've cracked an egg into a bowl. So I'm just going to whisk that well, because you do want the mixture to be very well mixed, the cream and the egg. Otherwise you might have an uneven rise on your quiche, which wouldn't look as well. So we'll pop that into the measuring jug. Lots of seasoning, which is really important, especially with salmon. Not so much salt, possibly. Usually you would add a little bit to your custard mixer, just a tiny pinch, and a little bit of lemon juice, because it goes well with the salmon, this particular quiche.
That's just salmon and chips.
Just lemon squeeze.
Lemon squeeze,
yeah. So that's it, really well mixed there. And we're going to pour that into our mini quiches.
So the next stage is the filling.
Yeah, the filling. So we'll just fill our quiches with some asparagus and salmon. And what I do is I choose the end bits of the asparagus first and keep the spears for the presentation, for the top part of it. Yeah, so we're just going to...
So there are tricks to doing this filling?
It's because they're naturally going to fall to the bottom of the quiche,
the
asparagus, because it's heavier. And then we put a bit of salmon in each one. Just divide them evenly. Make sure you don't run out before you get to the last one. And asparagus doesn't need that long to cook. You know, be surprised that you can actually eat it. It's going to cook slightly in the liquid of the quiche.
Okay.
But it's going to kind of be quite vibrant and green as well, which is going to add to the lovely colours.
Right.
Finish adding the spears at the top, which really makes a difference to how the quiche looks.
Presentation.
Yeah.
Very good.
Making sure that you see, it's nice to see the ingredients that you're actually serving in a dish, always.
So this is very smart dinner party. This is nice.
This is making an effort for your friends.
Absolutely.
And then very gently just pouring the custard in, because it's quite easy for it to overflow and it will rise up a little bit, so don't worry too much about
it's just the egg and cream.
It being really high when the liquid goes in. Just egg and cream and seasoning, but really delicious because you're bringing out the flavours of the salmon and the asparagus.
Looks good.
And that's it. It's really
good.
very easy to prepare. And of course, you could roll out your pastry the night before if you were entertaining.
Very nice.
And that's it. And one last crack of black pepper there.
For a good look.
Yep. And they're ready to go in the oven.
Excellent.
So I'm putting them in the oven at 180 degrees for about 20-25 minutes. If you have a larger quiche, it's probably going to take 30 to 40 minutes. So just watch your quiche as it's in the oven.
Excellent.
So I think Barry will check the quiches now
with
the tartlets. So I'm just going to put a little bit of salad leaves. Again, if you're having a dinner party, think about something on the plate. And they're perfect now. Nice golden colour on the top. They only took about 20 minutes. It just depends on the heat of your oven. So obviously, Barry, they're a little bit hot when they come out of the oven. So we have a great little tip to take them out of if you are in a hurry. And we're obviously have hot ones here, just like that.
Just tell you, the wine business is great.
Cooks Academy tip for you.
Fantastic.
And that's our lovely quiche, which I think would be lovely and delicious. And everyone loves salmon as well for dinner party.
So this would be absolutely perfect to have, as I said, with the Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Grigio, something really elegant. Lovely. If you're having an aperitif glass and a starter course, what a brilliant way to start a very smart dinner party. Thanks to Cooks Academy for that.
You're welcome.